Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. All right, guys, welcome back, and thank you all so much for being here. Happy Friday Eve. This morning, we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, a bunch of notable earnings reports from this morning and last night to look at, and we'll see which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Don't forget, there are just a couple days left to take advantage of a 50% off sale for TipRanks Ultimate subscriptions. This will lock in savings of $300 per year and give you access to every single tool that TipRanks offers, plus unlocking all datasets and news. So make sure you follow the link in the description down below to take advantage of that sale today. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. U.S. stock futures are in the red this morning. Currently, Dow futures are down 0.18%, S&P 500 futures down 0.27%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.38%. Ford Motors has stopped production of its F-150 Lightning electric truck after a battery fire. The fire occurred during a pre-delivery quality inspection. The automaker said that it has found the root cause of the fire and expects the production halt of their F-150 pickup truck to last until next week. The company added that pickup trucks sold earlier are unlikely to be affected by it. The Ford stock is currently rated a hold with an average upside of nearly 6%. Beijing is imposing sanctions on Lockheed Martin and a subsidiary of Raytheon Technologies, adding them to a list of unreliable entities. This is due to arms sales to Taiwan, and the list aims to punish firms that jeopardize their national security. It means that Lockheed and Raytheon will be barred from importing goods into China or making new investments in the country. The measures are likely to be symbolic, given that both companies have little direct exposure to the nation, but it could impact their civilian businesses in aerospace and other markets. The Lockheed Martin stock is currently rated a hold with an average upside of 4%. And following recent price changes, Tesla's Model Y is now sold out in the United States, and no more production is expected until April. Tesla has seen a surge in orders after changes to the federal tax credit made the Model Y now eligible for that $7,500 credit. They've also undergone a couple price changes on their vehicles in the last couple of months. According to Tesla's website, the delivery date now for midsize Model Y SUVs to U.S. customers is now between April and June of 2023. Analysts currently rate the Tesla stock a moderate buy with an average price target of $202. Now, moving right along to notable earnings reports, as I said, we have a bunch to get through this morning. In the after hours today, we'll be hearing from DraftKings, Applied Materials, Starbucks Carriers, and DoorDash. In the pre-market this morning, we've heard from Hasbro. Their stock is sitting fairly flat after they posted mixed results and introduced their 2023 outlook. They reported Q4 earnings per share of $1.21, which did miss expectations by 8 cents per share, and revenue of $1.68 billion beat slightly by $10 million, but did fall 16% year over year. For the full year, they're expecting revenue to fall by low single digits. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 22%. We've heard from DataDog. They are dropping down a few percent currently this morning after they beat on earnings and revenue but had lower than expected future outlook. They posted revenue of $469 million, which did grow over 43% year over year and came in nearly $21 million ahead of expectations, while their earnings per share of 26 cents beat by 7 cents per share. However, their first quarter outlook is going to be between $466 to $470 million versus the $282 million expected from analysts. Their stock is currently rated a strong buy with an average upside of 19%. And this morning, we've also heard from fancy footwear company Crocs. Their stock has jumped up a few percent after a solid earnings beat and future outlook. For their fourth quarter, they reported earnings per share of $2.65, beating expectations by 42 cents per share. Meanwhile, their revenue of $945 million was up 61% year over year, beating expectations by over $6 million. For the first quarter of the year, they're expecting revenues to grow 27 to 30% versus the estimated 24%. Analysts currently rate the Crocs stock a moderate buy with an average upside of over 10%. Now, about last night, we have a handful of stocks making big moves, one of those being Roku after they posted an earnings and revenue beat plus strong future outlook. Roku had gained 12% during normal hours yesterday and is now up nearly another 12% in the pre-market after they posted revenue of $867 million, beating expectations by $64 million, and a loss per share of $1.70, which was 3 cents better than expected. Analysts currently rate the Roku stock a hold with a big variety of price targets coming in today. Shares of Twilio are up 14% this morning after they had a big earnings beat and, of course, that all-important strong future outlook. Their Q4 earnings per share of 22 cents beat expectations by 30 cents per share. Meanwhile, their revenue of $1.02 billion grew 21% year over year, beating expectations by $20 million. For their first quarter, they're expecting to earn between 18 and 22 cents per share, way ahead of the 1 cent expected by analysts. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of over 7%. Then we have Shopify. Their stock has fallen about 9.5% currently after they had a softer than expected future forecast. For their forecast, they guided revenue to grow in the high teen percentages, but did not provide any specific metrics for the quarter or the full year. They did report earnings per share of 7 cents and revenue of $1.73 billion, which grew 25% year over year and beat expectations by $80 million. Analysts currently rate the stock a moderate buy with a mix of buys, holds, and sells coming in this morning. And last but not least, we do have Cisco. Their stock is up a few percent after beating on both earnings and revenue. They reported earnings per share of 88 cents, coming in 2 cents ahead of estimates, and revenue of $13.6 billion, which grew 7% year over year and beat expectations by $190 million. Analysts currently rate the Cisco stock a moderate buy with an average upside of nearly 15%. Now let's see which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by Freedom Holding after they entered into an agreement to acquire investment bank Maxim Group. Trading under the ticker FRHC, their stock is up 27%. They're followed by Twilio under TWLO, currently up over 13.5%, and Roku under ROKU, up nearly 13%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by QuantumScape following their fourth quarter earnings. Trading under the ticker QS, the stock is currently down 13.7%. They're followed by Nu Skin under NUS, down 12%, and Boston Beer under SAM, down nearly 12%. So that is going to be everything for Thursday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end of today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, share this video with some of your other market-minded friends, and say good morning in the comments. I always love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here next time.